Now that we have our interface element set, we can make a custom ZBrush menu that we can open very quickly, and it will contain the most important elements for us. This will be done by the following, but first I will show you again. If you are, the draw size, I just made it bigger. Yeah, but by the way, very important, dynamic on the brush is on by default for every brush almost. This dynamic here. Double click on it, it will enable it, and double click will disable it. Dynamic draw size is a bit of a bump. You know, I think I've shown you already, but for example, now it's not dynamic. So our brush size will look the same. Either the model is here, it will be now very big compared to the model, but it will be the same as the model is here. It's the same. It doesn't change. But if we press dynamic, the brush size will change according to the model. So now it's this size. It's a little bit smaller than his head, and now it will be again smaller than his head. Now it will be the same as compared to the model. I don't like that. I like dynamics to be off. So there's a little plugin. I think it's here. Dynamic off, dynamic on. The plugin, I don't think you will have to put it on. You just have to disable dynamic manually if you don't want to work with dynamic. I like to work without dynamic because I like to make my brush, then zoom to work with it as a little bit smaller brush, then zoom out to work with it as a big brush. You know, this is very much easier than to go with the bracket keys and make the brush smaller or bigger. It's just a faster way to work. But let's concentrate on our custom menu in ZBrush. So go to our preferences here, config everything, quick info no, hotkeys no, interface no, custom UI. Okay, create new menu. We have to click it, but we cannot. Why? Because enable customize have to be enabled, of course. And now we can create new menu, add a name which will be custom, ZZ custom, like ZZ top, but not quite, and then press enter. And we have this custom menu, which is this one. It's absolutely empty, but we can dock it. I want to dock it on the other side, so I will just grab it by this button, grab it without any keys pressing, just grab it on the button and press it, place it there. Now we can go and custom subpalette, make a custom subpalette. What is custom subpalette? Like for example, like preference have this config custom subpalette. It's not custom, it's subpalette. So these are subpalettes on our palette. So preference has this config, quick info, hotkeys, and so on. We will make the same here. So custom subpalette, we will just Control Alt, drag this custom subpalette and drop it here inside ZZ custom. And now we have this untitled. We cannot rename it until we put something in it. And this will be the zero mesh subpalette. So we'll go to geometry, and again, let me say, if you find this very complicated and you don't want to do it, you just want to start working, start learning stuff, you go to preferences, you go to config, you go to load UI, and just load from the project files, absolute beginner ZBrush, Nico interface, CFG file, and you will have everything except for the short keys. The short keys, you will have to do them after that with Control Alt, disable customize, and Control Alt click, press 1 for example, Control Alt click, press 2, Control Alt click, press 4, and so on and so on. This, I'm repeating this because I think maybe some people are just skipping ahead or something, so I have to say that again. I think I have to. And then you have to store config, press this button to store the configuration of your ZBrush. So when you open ZBrush, it will be like you pressed store config, like when you press it. And of course, the short keys will be saved by going to hotkeys and store. Press store and they will be saved. And now, no matter how much time you restart ZBrush, you will have your custom hotkeys and custom interface, which is fine. But now let's concentrate on this a little bit. Let's go to our geometry tab and find ZBrush. ZBrush is here on geometry, which is under the tool menu, tool. Let's close this, geometry, deformation. So tool, have this always open, you know. Then you have subtool, geometry and stuff. Subtool and geometry are the most important. Everything else is not that important. So geometry, ZBrush, find ZBrush. Yeah, it sounds a bit complicated, but since we will put all those things that we'll need in our menu, we don't open that things that much. We'll only use our menu most of the time. And now ZBrush, we will Control Alt drag. Nothing happens because enable customize have to be enabled. And now Control Alt drag here, ZBrush, and detect edges we can put here. We can put keep groups here. We can put target polygon count. It's not we can, but we have to put it. And basically we are good with the ZBrush. Now how to change the name? Control Alt click ZBrush and press enter. And now we have this custom subpalette. We'll make another one. We'll go to the preference menu, Control Alt drag, place it here. It will go below most of the time. Sometimes it will go above, which is a little bit a bummer because we cannot rearrange them here very easily. We have to delete one and then make it again in order to rearrange them. So we have to put here what? We have to put del hidden, we have to put Dynamesh. Let's go to Dynamesh because it's here again, Dynamesh, and get the Dynamesh button. You will notice in the next video that Dynamesh is pretty important, especially for the starting of the sculpt. So we will use it. And I'm using it also from here, not only from my custom menu, but from here. So if you don't make this custom menus, you will not be that it will not be that problematic to continue. But if you make it or load mine, it will be much easier for you to start, and you will start with a very good start. You will be very fast. So I'm placing this resolution. I will have to place del hidden and close holes. And del hidden and close holes are in modified topology, again in geometry. Everything is here. So del hidden, I'll place it here above. Close holes, where is it? Here it is, close holes here. So we have this menu. We can of course go to Dynamesh and press place polish and group, but we don't have to. And then just Control Alt click on the untitled Dynamesh. It's done, you know, and so on. You can make your I will of course make them. The next one will be, let's go to the preferences, custom zip palette, place it here. Don't place it here, place it in the top, and it will go in the bottom, which is absolutely fine by us. Dynamic subdivisions, yeah, dynamic subdivisions is pretty good. Here it is in the geometry tab again. So we will using here dynamic subdivisions, crease, Dynamesh, ZBrush, mostly these things. Also other things are pretty useful, but for now we will use this, and of course this thing here for the resolution. But that will be ahead in the course. So dynamic, we press dynamic, place it in there. Let's try, okay. Then dynamic cannot go with the smooth subdiv. It's absolutely mandatory to have this smooth subdiv here. And then we will have apply. Also important for this. Of course, the only thing I'm using from this whole menu with a lot of options, I'm using dynamic, smooth subdiv and apply. That's the way I do it. And then I will Control Alt click and press dynamic, for example, or dynamic subdiv, it doesn't matter. Then we place another Control Alt dragging here on the top, and it will go here. Split merge, let's go merge down, the bottom merge down. I rarely use it from there, but still we have to take it. It's in subtool, down, merge, open merge, and then place merge down. Merge down I use a lot, but I rarely use it from my custom menu. I don't know, because I'm not used to, you know. It's okay. Split unmasked points, it's very important, and I use it a lot. So we get it Control Alt since it's inactive because we don't have a mask. But if we make a mask, we cannot split again because we have subdivisions, but whatever, this is not important. So merge down will be up and the split unmask will be down, and split hidden also is very important. We'll put it here. Del hidden, split hidden. It's not the same. Del hidden will be deleting what you don't see from your current subtool, and split hidden will just split it in another subtool, the hidden parts. And now Control Alt click and merge, split, or split merge. Let's split merge. Okay, another button will be visibility. It's pretty important. So another button, no, custom subpalette. Let's put it up here. It will be down, and we'll place there grow, shrink, flip, and double. Flip and double will be from the display or display properties. Yes, flip and double. And then we go to grow and shrink, which will be in polygroups, I think. Let's see. It should be here. Grow and shrink. I don't see it. So visibility probably. Yes, grow and shrink. I don't use it that often, the grow and shrink, but flip and double I use a lot. So let's place here visibility. And then the last one, auto groups, group visible, it will be the grouping stuff. Control Alt drag this up here, not here, down here, but up, so it's down. Yeah, it's counterintuitive, but it's like this. And then we go to groups, polygroups. Let's go to polygroups. Drag Control Alt drag auto groups here, and something else. Group visible, very important. Group visible, it's here. Coverage, okay. And group masked, also a pretty useful thing. Let's place it down. And now we have everything. We can name this Control Alt click groups, or just leave it blank, untitled, like I did when I made this menu. And of course, last thing you want to do is make a short key for this menu, so you can call it out wherever you're working on the model. You just have to disable customize, because otherwise you cannot do shortcuts. Control Alt click on the menu, leave your mouse there, don't move it, because if you move it, you will cancel the operation cancel. So Control Alt click and press your key combination that you want. In my case, it's Control Alt Shift A. And that's assigned. And now, when I'm working, I will call my menu from wherever I am, you know, just calling it. It doesn't have to be here, and we can also call it from here. And I called it ZZ Custom because I want it to be at the end of the stack, because they are alphabetically ordered. You know, A, B, C, D, D, E, F, L, L, M, 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 all of M's, M and M. Okay. That's it for now. Of course, again, I will tell you, if you don't want to do everything, or if you cannot do it, you have difficulties, because I explained it a little bit fast, you can go to Preferences, Config, Open Config, and Load UI, and load my UI from the project files, and then just make the custom hotkeys, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just by Control Alt clicking and then pressing the hotkey, and then store config and hotkeys also store, and you will be set. You can start working. So that will be it for now. Thank you, and let's continue. Let's start making this particular character that you see now on the screen from zero. Yes. And I will show you everything. Bye.